Okay, in order to create oblique pictorials, we're going to start here. I've already created the cavalier on the left. So we're going to recreate the same object as a cabinet oblique. Remember, the difference between the two is only the depth. So front to back on a cavalier is full scale. So 1 block equals 1 block in this case. On a cabinet, it's going to be half of that. So the front view is not any different. It's going to be exactly the same. So for this object, and here's our visual of the problems, we're looking at problem number 1. So the very first step was to figure out what is the overall width, height, and depth of the object. So the overall width in this case is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks. We know that each block represents a 1/4 of an inch grid. So we're going to draw that on a 1/4 of an inch. So 8 blocks would be the equivalent of 2 inches. So when I go to set this up, the first thing that I want to do is I want to determine those numbers, and I'm going to write them in the upper corner. So the overall width of the object is 2 inches. The overall height of the object, when we count, is a total of 5 blocks. So it's 5 up. So again, 5 times a 1/4 of an inch equals 1 1/4. So that's the height is 1 1/4 inches. And then the depth is also 5 blocks, which is another 1 1/4 inches. So that's the overall size of the real object true to form. So what I do now is I'm going to start by making a construction box. So that construction box is going to start with the front view. Now, on the first example, I built the box so that we were looking from sort of the left side of it. This one I want to do the same object, but to show you how to do it from the right side of it. So I'm going to start the same way, but I'll start now a little bit closer to the left of my area. So I'll make that my start point, and from there I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's my 2 inch. All right, and then I'm going to go up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and block that in. So now with my T-square and triangle, I'll go through and draw in those lines. So this is just a construction box, so you want to make sure that this is light. You only darken in the stuff that you know is going to get darkened in, but before I do that, I just want to keep everything light for you so that way you can see how I go through this process. So there's my horizontals and my verticals. So that's just the front surface of our construction box. Now for the depth, I'm going to have to do some measuring here, so it's not going to be, I can't count along the grid for the depth on this one. So I want my 45-degree triangle. So each of the 3 corners that we're going to see to build our box, I'm going to use my 45-degree, and I'm just going to make a light construction line back from each one of those. So for this one I'm going to the right, whereas that one I went to the left. Okay. Now along each one I'm going to measure the total depth. Now we determined that the object's total depth is 1 1/4. If this were a cavalier oblique, then I would measure back 1 1/4, like I did over here. However, because we're doing a cabinet oblique's depth is half of that. So half of 1 1/4 is 5/8. If you're not good at doing fractions in your head, separate it out. We know half of 1 is a half. We know half of a 1/4 is an 1/8, because anytime you cut a fraction in half, you just double the denominator. So a half converted to something over 8 is 4/8, and plus 1/8 gives us 5/8. So that's my mental math. That's how I went through and did that. So I'm going to measure back 5/8 of an inch from each of the start points along that line, and I'm just going to put a little mark there. Now with those marks, I'm going to connect the dots using my triangle and T-square, and we should be able to see our box. Once I do that, anything outside of the box gets erased. So now that I see a box, I can get rid of anything that extended beyond that. Okay, so in this case, our box is created, so now I have to start locating surfaces. So what you want to do is always begin with the front, and I'm going to draw in the surface that would actually touch the face of the box. In this problem, the only surface is this big L shape. Now that L shape goes the entire left vertical edge and the horizontal bottom edge. It's also going to be, because this is normal scale on the front, 2 blocks over, 2 blocks up, and then that's how I'm going to form it. So I can start by drawing in those that I know are going to be there. Do that in red so you can see it. Vertical. I know that it's going to come up 2 blocks. I know that this is going to come over 2 blocks. I know that it comes down until that's going to come over and intersect. So there's the front surface of the object. So the next step is to then do that same process for the top and side views. Only draw on the stuff that actually touches the face of the construction box. So we're imagining that glass box with the object inside, just what touches it. So just like over here on this one, I'm going to start by creating these 2 surfaces in the upper back and front corners. So for this one I need to measure. I know that it's 1 block deep. So 1 block is 1/4 of an inch, which means I'm going to cut that in half because it's a cabinet. So that's going to be 1/8. So 1/8 back, I'm going to put a little dot along that 45 degree that I still have there. So there's 1/8. And then from the back, I'm going to come up 1/8 and put another dot. So from there, I'm going to take this corner and make a construction line back along that 45. And now I can start to frame out that shape. So I can bring this back corner across. I can bring this point until it hits that line. Bring this one until it hits that line. And then I can use the 45 to draw them in. Close up the shapes. So those are the only 2 surfaces that will touch the top. So next thing I'll do is on the right side, the same process. So on the right side I'm going to have those 2 squares, or they're not quite a square, I guess rectangles. It looks like they're 2 blocks tall and 1 1/2 deep. So 1 1/2 blocks deep, so that would be 3/8. Half of 3/8 is 3/16. So we, again, just double the denominator anytime you cut a fraction in half. So from this corner point, I'm going to measure back 3/16 along that 45 degree. And put a little dot. And then I'll do the same thing from this back corner point. So from there, I'm going to go 3/16 and put a dot. I'll make a construction 45 from that corner, and then start to draw in what I need. So I know from this point it's going to go up till it hits that line we just put, and same thing from here. It's going to go up till it hits that line. I can use the 45 degree to close them in. one vertical in the back. Right? Now that we have all of the faces that touch the surface, now I'm going to start doing all the receding lines towards the inside. So I'll do this very lightly in construction first. And it doesn't really matter. I'll do all the verticals first. I'm going to take that line down. This line's going to come down. That point's going to come down. And then I'll do some horizontals, so I know this one is going to go back. That one's going to go back. That one's going to go back. I know this point's going to go back. And then I know from the front view, I'm going to have this corner is going to go towards the inside. So all of that I've done lightly. And now I have to determine what stays and what goes, and what, if anything, do I need to measure. So I missed one. Looks like there's one right here that I'm going to have as well. So now I need to do some measurements. So I'll start with this cut on the back. So we have, it looks like it's 1 block deep, so that's 1/4 of an inch, which means I'm going to go 1/8 of an inch here. So I can measure down 1/8 from that top point and just put a little mark there. I can close that in between the two lines, and I can use the triangle to connect. And finish that shape up. Okay, so we have that. I know this point is going to go over until it intersects that other line. I can close that shape in. And lastly, bring that corner back down along the 45. So there's that notch. Now on the right side, I know that this line is going to go all the way back until it intersects that vertical. I know it's going to go up to meet that corner. And I know that that 45 is going to come across to match up here. Alright, so now I just have this cutout. So that cutout goes a total of, let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. 4 blocks is 1 inch. So that's not really a depth, that's along the front, so that's still going to be 1 inch. So from there, I don't have to cut any numbers in half. I can go the full distance. So that's going to take me up to there, and I can darken that in as well. I can draw from that point the 45, and then bring in that last line right there. Okay. Now I'm going to see that corner, so I can bring that one down just until it disappears. And there you have it. There is a cabinet oblique of that same object. Over here on the left we have the Cavalier. This one we are looking at the left and front and top, whereas this one we're looking at the right front and top. And that's how you create obliques.